goes Shakespeare.
Seth goes Thanos.
Oh, and Reigns is back. English playwrights and Marvel villains. Like, why would you not watch? Hello, welcome to Wrestle MSX. I'm Michael.
I'm Sally.
Rhea Ripley kicks things off and she is looking slightly annoyed. She says that what Asuka and Sane did to IYO SKY last week crossed the line, with Rhea then telling the pair to come and get her. So out comes IYO SKY. Sky says the Kabuki warriors are her family and she still loves them. We then see Asuka backstage somewhere and she's willing to forgive Sky if she apologises, but as far as Rhea goes, it's too late. Rhea tells Sky she can't go back to them after what they've done, with Sky saying she needs time. As Sky leaves the ring and Ripley watches on, the Warriors jump Rhea from behind, but Sky runs back to the ring for the save. Asuka missed Sky, with Rhea then coming back for the save, but fails as the Warriors take her apart, with Sane dropping an insane elbow. Backstagers eventually head out. This is like some kind of Shakespeare play, like Romeo and Juliet, but Juliet and Juliet. It's like a forbidden love. It's,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Up first, Rusev versus Dominik Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. Balor and JD did escort Dom down to the ring, but then headed to the back. Dom lays in the hits, but Rusev answers with a fall-away slam, suplex and double arm suplex. We end up outside with Rusev then landing another fall-away slam to Dom onto the announcer's table. Back from the break and we're back in the ring with Rusev still in control.
Rusev misses a splash in the corner, with Dom then getting a 1 count cover. We get a set up for a 619, but Rusev gets up and levels the dirty one. After going outside and then back in again, Dom gets in 2 619s, one to the gut and one traditional one. Dom looks for the frog splash, but Rusev rolls out of the way and then lands a Matchka kick.
Dom kicks out on 2 and then escapes an accolade. Mysterio then proceeds to leave the ring, get his titles and head to the back, but Rusev stops him and throws him back into the ring. The ref takes one of the titles off Dom, and while his back is turned, Junior hits Rusev with the other one, with the Bulgarian no selling and turning around. Dom then does an Eddie Guerrero and tosses the belt to Rusev, with Dom then falling to the mat in hopes that the ref will think Rusev hit Dom with the title.
Only the ref saw the whole thing and takes the title from Rusev. As he does, Dom runs behind the ref and pushes him into the corner, with Rusev then coming in behind Dom. Dom mule kicks Rusev in his little Bulgarians, sending him to the mat, with Mysterio Jr. then rolling up Rusev with a handful of shorts and pins for the 1, 2, 3. I didn't think they'd have this match yet.
No.
I thought they'd have had something with Balor,
Yeah.
Rusev working his way through.
Exactly,
but straight in, Dom's retained again. I don't know why I'm glad they have kept the belt on him because he's funny, but he's beat Styles.
Yeah.
And now he's beat Rusev. It's like, yeah, good for Dom. Yeah, good. I like it.
Backstage and from earlier, we see LA Knight talking with Adam Pearce about a title shot when in walk the New Day. They also want a title shot, tags of course, with Pearce telling them they need to earn it. Knight interjects with Kofi then telling him to leave while grown men talk. Knight then tells Pearce to put his name next to Seth on the contract and then adds he'll see Kofi in the ring. Pearce obliges.
We have a little story between Cody and Seth. Seth looking like a leather chair with a head, and their history when Rhodes came back, obviously building to Crown Jewel in Australia.
Backstage we see Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, with Bayley asking Lyra if she'll be in her corner for a match. Lyra's not sure after how Bayley reacted last week. Bayley turned on Lyra last week, if you remember, and beat her up. Lyra then declines the offer and says Bayley's on her own.
So next up, Bayley against Raquel Rodriguez, who has Perez at ringside. Rodriguez overpowers Bayley, Irish whipping her into various corners and then following up with corner attacks. We head outside where Rodriguez slams Bayley into the crowd barrier, with the action then taking a break. We come back to Bayley hitting a stunner on the outside before we head back inside the ring and see her drop an elbow from the top rope and then follow up with a nod to Jeff Hardy and a swanton.
Bayley then covers, but Rodriguez kicks out on 2. Rodriguez then catches Bayley off the middle rope, hits her with a fall-away slam and lands her corkscrew elbow. The follow-up cover gets her 2. We have a little slip-up on the ropes as Rodriguez tries to use them to suplex Bayley, with Bayley trying to reverse it. Only the former hugger just kind of falls to the mat.
After another cover by Rodriguez for 2, Bayley locks in the figure 4. Perez, though, rakes Bayley's eyes while the refs check in on Rodriguez, with a hold then being released. 1 to harder bomb later, and Rodriguez covers Bayley, picking up the win. After the match, the Judgment Day beat up Bayley, but Lyra runs out for the save. The tables soon get turned, with Lyra then taking a beating, but this only fires up Bayley as she looks on.
Bayley hawks up, beats the snot out of Rodriguez and Perez, and then turns to Valkyria. Bayley starts laughing, clearly having no idea what she's just done, and tells Lyra she's got him. The pair then high-five, with Lyra looking unsure.
Backstage, we see the Usos with Jimmy asking Jay why he didn't help last week and just walked off when LA needed their help. Jay says helping him will get them nowhere and he made them lose at WrestlePalooza. Jay then asks Jimmy why he helped, with Jimmy saying, "I help, you need help, I'll help." Jay then shouts, "I said no help, because no one gives a damn. Maybe if he just went out there and got the job done, he would be world champion by now," adding that Jimmy wouldn't know anything about that. Jay heads off, with Jimmy looking more than disgruntled. Oh dear.
We catch up with IYO SKY next, still being attended to by medics when Sane approaches her. Sane says they can still be family and asks her to apologise to Asuka. Sky tells Sane to get away from her and leave her alone, with Sane then doing so, but not before giving her a photo of the 3 of them.
LA Knight versus Kofi Kingston next, with Woods at ringside. A countered suplex into neckbreaker and back elbow put Kingston down, with Knight then suffering a knee to the gut and cover for 2. The pair then head outside, with Knight using the crowd barrier to his advantage. Kofi manages to turn it round just as we break. But when we come back, we're in the ring, with Kofi coming off the top rope and then covering for 2, with another 2 coming after Woods got a little offense in.
A springboard shoulder tackle and jumping neckbreaker is followed by an attempted elbow drop, but Woods gets on the apron and distracts Knight, with LA then targeting him. This then allows Kofi to roll up Knight, but only for 2. Knight then catches Trouble in Paradise, but Kofi rolls over the back of Knight, with Knight then hitting BFT, as Kofi set himself up. LA then covers Kingston and gets the victory. At one point during the match, Knight accidentally caught Kingston with his knee and wobbled him. Kofi carried on, but it certainly rocked him, with Kofi even stumbling as he left the ring at one point.
I did have to watch this back, didn't we, a few times to see what had happened.
Yeah.
But Kofi came off the rope and he was down low, and Knight came in and he just caught him with it. Well, you can't see that. Caught him with his knee to the head, and Kofi was like, "Oh!" And Kofi got out of the ring to kind of give himself a bit of time, but he stumbled, so he should be all right. But it was accidental, but I bet it hurt. Anyway, backstage we see Tozawa and Maxxine Dupri when they stumble upon Becky Lynch. Lynch calls Dupri a failure and then trots out the same old, same old. Dupri then says that AJ Lee doesn't say that you're the best in the world, with Tozawa then laughing like this. Lynch punches him, with Dupri then seeing her off. As Dupri tends to her fallen comrade, Lynch comes back and beats her up. Backstage hands break it up, with Becky then walking over to Seth. Seth is playing with the watch Cody gave him when Becky asks if he wants her to come out with him. Seth declines, saying he'll be alright.
So, promo time from Seth. And to cut a long story short, and after the crowd chanted for Punk, Reigns and Rhodes, he speaks about the matches they had when Rhodes came back, before speaking about Crown Jewel. Rollins says he's tried to get rid of Punk and Reigns, yet the crowd still chant for Cody, with Rhodes then heading out. Rhodes doesn't think Rollins sent Bron Bronson to SmackDown on Friday, claiming it was Heyman, and that Seth hasn't got control of his own group. Seth says it was him who sent them, as Cody didn't get the message last week on Raw.
Cody then asks Seth if he was the one that allowed Heyman to announce Lesnar at WrestlePalooza, with Seth saying every decision runs through him. Rhodes then talks about Crown Jewel before bringing up WrestleMania 40, Seth being his shield and thinking he was his friend. Seth tells him to shut up and that they were never friends and they never will be. Seth then goes full Thanos, telling Rhodes he's going to cleanse the timeline and that after Crown Jewel he's going to write a new future. Somebody's been watching too many Marvel films.
Backstage we see Rhea asking a Smurf if she's okay, with Sky saying no. Sky then reveals that she and Rhea will be taking on the Kabuki Warriors at Crown Jewel, with Rhea questioning whether she can trust Sky after seeing her speak with Sane earlier. Sky assures her she can. I'm sure we called this match last week.
I think we did.
Which is why you need to watch us. We call it, and the call is right before it even happens.
That is right. Again. Next out, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee against Los Americanos, accompanied by El Grande Americano. Before the match, Dragon Lee tells us he's the #1 contender for the AAA Championship. Whoop-de-doo. With Styles then announcing that he has a match at Crown Jewel against John Cena. Bravo and Ryo, yes they have names, do a number on Lee just before the break and smash his little dragons on the ring post.
The Americanos are still in control after the break with a cover on Lee for 2, with Lee then escaping a top rope move and turning it into a double stomp before making the tag to Styles. AJ beats both his opponents and then sets up for a phenomenal forearm, only to be thwarted by El Grande. Lee then takes out Ryo, with Styles dealing with Bravo, before landing a phenomenal forearm to Grande on the outside.
Styles then lands the phenomenal forearm to Ryo, with Lee then flying out and over the top at Bravo. Styles then hits the Styles Clash to Ryo and covers for the 1-2-3-0.
Backstage we see Jackie Redmond ask Stephanie Fakir where her confidence is at. Steph says she's ready for anyone. No one can stop her and she'll become Crown Jewel champion. Tiffany Stratton then rolls up and tells Fakir she won't change her story and that even though they're going across the globe, one thing will remain the same. That is, and always will be, Tiffy time.
The last match of the night, the Usos versus the Vision in a Tornado Tag Team match. The Usos come through the crowd, but before the Vision head out, we hear Seth say to Heyman that he has to beat him, referring to Rhodes at Crown Jewel. The Vision then head out, but as they near the ring, the Usos fly out at them, with the match then getting underway. Tornado tag, for those that don't know, mean all 4 men are in the ring at the same time, no tagging required.
Bronson gets thrown into a ring post, leaving Double J to beat up Breakker.
Jeff Jarrett?
No, Jimmy and Jay.
Oh, nice.
Reed then enters the ring, but suffers the same fate as Breakker, with the Usos then performing double hip attacks before driving their opponents from the ring. We head outside, but the heels turn it around, with Breakker taking Jimmy through the announcer's desk after leaping from the timekeeper's barrier.
Back from the break, and we're in the ring with Bron Bronson beating up Jay as Jimmy is under some furniture on the outside. Jay suffers the Doomsday Bulldog, with Bron then dragging Jay over to the corner for Reed to tsunami him. As Reed climbs though, Jimmy comes back and pushes him down before beating on Breakker with a super kick and a massive pop-up Samoan drop.
Jimmy goes up, but Reed grabs him and drops him with a jagged edge, with Breakker then spearing Jay. Bron then stacks the Usos up as Reed climbs, but as he starts his ascent, the OTC's music plays out. After what seemed an age, Reigns appears at the top of the rampway with a chair in hand and makes his way to the ring. Bron gets tossed out of the ring, with Reed then suffering multiple chair shots.
Breakker comes over to help out, but also suffers a chair shot, with Breakker escaping into the ring. Bad move as he gets super kicked by Jimmy, speared by Jay, and Uso splashed by the pair. Jay then covers Breakker and picks up the win for his team. After the match, Reigns goes to town on Breakker with a chair and drives him from the ring. Raw goes off the air with Roman and Jay saying to each other, "Smash 'em all," before looking out at the crowd. Now this went on for another 8 minutes, but nothing happened. It was just a black screen. So unless we missed something, I don't know. But I've just got 8 minutes of black screen. Not that I watched 8 minutes of black screen. I'm not that sad, but just nothing happened. So I don't really know. I don't know. I didn't know Reigns was coming back.
No,
which is a nice
no
surprise. Don't want to. As I say, no spoilers. I wasn't expecting him back yet, to be honest. I thought Knight might have come out to rock the boat, but he's more interested in a title shot with Seth now, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not saying him and Jimmy are done, but
no,
for the
but
moment
it's
helped, just on,
yeah, but that could have been the
back
person
burner.
to help Jimmy, but leave Jay. That could have happened,
I mean, the IYO SKY and the Rhea Ripley thing, that's got to be from something. The way it's panning out, it has to be.
Yeah.
Come with me, I need to stay with my family, but they don't want you, but I need to go to them. It's
classic love story.
It's something, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, so now for Michael's moment of the night. This could be a match, a line, a look, a promo, something funny, interesting, quirky, different. Just something that catches my eye. Obviously, it has to wait until the end, because if I do it halfway through and it's something that happens at the end, it's kind of a spoiler. So, Michael's moment of the night is tricky. Not a lot made me feel anything, and I'm certainly not going to fake excitement at Reigns coming back, because I am no shill. It's like, okay, but I'm not a little 5-year-old. Just, you know, we're real here. It's real talk, not fake talk. I do find Rhodes trying to drive a wedge between Seth and Heyman interesting, because all of a sudden it's like, oh, is Heyman doing things without your say-so? But I can't see them trying to split this group up yet.
Not just yet, no.
But I think my moment of the night has to be Jimmy's huge pop-up Samoan drop on Breakker. It was massive. Jimmy had time for a nap before Breakker came back down. He got some real... It's like, obviously Breakker's sold it excellently well.
Yeah.
But he was just like, why has he gone that high? Oh, here he comes. Oh, it's fantastic. So if you can watch it, just watch that pop-up Samoan drop. It was unbelievable.
If you agree or disagree with Michael's moment of night,
you will agree.
Then please feel free to let us know in the comment section down below.
Once again, thank you for watching.
And we'll see you Wednesday for a look at this past week in WWE, and Saturday when we take a look at SmackDown.